All right, today we're going to let the numbers do the talking. We're doing a data-driven explainer on the global diabetes crisis, and honestly, the statistics tell a story that everyone needs to hear. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let's just start with this one. Massive number. 589 million. That is how many adults, right now, are living with diabetes across the globe. Just try to wrap your head around that for a second. It's the reality of this crisis.
So what does a number that big even mean? Well, think of it this way. The next time you're in a room with a group of people, look around. For every 9 adults, one of them, statistically, is living with diabetes. This is not some far-off problem. It's right here, affecting 1 in 9 of us. And here's where the speed of this crisis really hits you. Every 9 seconds, one person dies from diabetes or one of its complications. By the time I finish this sentence, several people will have lost their lives. It's relentless.
And if you need even more perspective, check this out. Diabetes is responsible for more deaths every single year than HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria combined. Let that sink in. We are talking about one of the deadliest epidemics of our lifetime, and the data is crystal clear.
So that's the global view. But now, we're going to zoom in on the country that has become the absolute epicenter of this epidemic, India.
101 million. That's the number of people in India alone who have diabetes. It's a staggering figure, and it's why India is now often called the world's diabetes capital. And as you'll see, the problem there is incredibly urgent.
Now you might be looking at this chart and thinking, wait a minute, China has more people with diabetes. And you're right, the raw number is higher. So why is India considered the global epicenter? Well, it's because of the incredible speed at which the crisis is growing there, especially in young people, and because of another even scarier number hiding just below the surface. And here it is. On top of the 101 million who already have diabetes, a massive 136 million more people in India are pre-diabetic. Their blood sugar is already elevated. You can think of it as a giant ticking clock. But it's also a critical window of opportunity, a chance to prevent millions from ever crossing that line.
And believe it or not, the real problem is even bigger. Because in this part of the world, including India, more than half the people who have diabetes don't even know it. They are completely undiagnosed. This is the silent part of the epidemic, where millions of people are suffering damage to their hearts, their kidneys, their eyes, without even knowing why.
So these are just numbers on a screen, right? But what do they actually mean for people's lives? Let's connect these stats to the very real and very devastating human cost of this epidemic.
You see, this is about so much more than just blood sugar. Uncontrolled diabetes is the leading cause of kidney failure. It's the #1 cause of blindness in working-age adults. It massively increases your risk of a heart attack or a stroke, and it leads to thousands upon thousands of preventable amputations. Each of these isn't a statistic, it's a life turned upside down.
Now, it's really important to get this straight. When we talk about this huge epidemic, what are we really talking about? Well, while type 1 diabetes is a serious autoimmune disease, it's type 2 that makes up over 90% of all cases. This is the one that's tied to our lifestyle and our genes. It used to be called adult onset, but now we're seeing it in kids. And here's the key. This is the type that can often be prevented or seriously delayed. And the financial price tag? Oh, it's just as staggering. Look at this number. That's over $1 trillion. That is how much the world spends on healthcare for diabetes every single year. It's a cost that no country, no health system can possibly sustain in the long run. And it's not like this has been a slow burn. Look at this chart. In just 17 years, healthcare spending on diabetes has exploded by 338%. This isn't just a gradual rise. It's a financial rocket ship that is straining resources all over the planet.
Okay, I know. After hearing all of that, it's easy to feel a bit hopeless. But this last section is the most important one, because these numbers are a wake-up call. They are not a life sentence. We can change the story. So, it all comes down to this one question, doesn't it? Are we just locked into this future? Is this trend completely unstoppable? I mean, the official projections, they look pretty grim. If we don't make some major changes, the world is on a path to have 853 million people with diabetes by the year 2050. That's a 45% jump from today. But here's the thing about projections. They're just one possible future, not the only one.
And the answer to that question is a definite, loud, and clear no. This future is not inevitable. The single most powerful weapon we have in this fight is prevention. And for those already living with it, those devastating complications, they are not a certainty. If you need proof that we can change things, here it is. 80%. That is the percentage of lower limb amputations from diabetes that experts say are preventable with the right care and management. This one number proves that taking action works. It saves limbs, it saves livelihoods, and it saves lives.
So this brings it all back home, right? To the most important question of all. These are huge global numbers. How can one person, how can you possibly make a difference and help change the story these statistics are telling?
You become a statistic breaker, and it all starts with you. First, know your risk, know your family history. Second, get tested. Acting early is absolutely everything. Third, track your health data. Use whatever works for you, an app, a doctor's chart, or a platform like Health Gheware, so you actually know what's going on in your own body. The goal here isn't just to avoid becoming another statistic, it's to become a better one, the person who is well managed, not the one who becomes a complication. Every single person who takes these steps is actively fighting back and helping to rewrite these global numbers, one person at a time.